Georgios, please, you can mute until we...
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, I think we should start because it's like on time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, welcome everyone to this interim meeting in Rome.
Hello,
Please.
Conrad.
Hello, Conrad. Thank you for joining us. This meeting is aligned with the note well. We will not read it, but you should be aware that this applies to this meeting. And then we expect that everyone have a good behavior with the co-workers. So for the role agenda, we are going to give this working group introduction. Then we go through discuss the status of enrollment priority, then NNCR extension, and then about these modifications. Comments on the agenda? Okay. So about the draft status, ODB Ripple is in almost to get released as a RFC. DAO projection is in RFC editorial queue. NNC extension is in progress. Enrollment priority is in working group last call. MOPEX is waiting for attention. We can get that by email later. And NFPD, well, it's actually RFC. So congratulations to Conrad. Good, well done. Good work. Thank you very much. And then capabilities as well is for discussion. And then this modification is in progress. So for the milestones, we have after discussion with the area director to change to the November. Of course, some work have to be discussed is continuous as a work item. And then the other ones has to be updated. We hope to submit in November enrollment priority. That's a good one. And then, okay. Then for enrollment priority, new version should address all the GitHub issues. The Shepherd write-up is available. The working group last call was open in July. It's still open. We need feedback from the group members in order to close the working group last call. That does not include the authors. So we have, after discussion with the area director, we have contact individuals. They have accepted to do the review and give their feedback. So we are waiting for their replies. We hope to get the reply before the end of the month so we can proceed forward. So if someone is willing to review and provide feedback, that would be great. And let us know if you support or not this work for publication. And a question for the authors, has this draft been implemented? Michael?
I'm not aware personally.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
No IPR. Is that what you asked?
No. If there is as well implementation on the draft. Sorry.
Not completed. No.
No. Okay. Thank you very much. For the IPR, we have received comments of most of the authors. There are 5. We got 4 replies. So we are waiting for one more author to reply to the IPR, and then I will contact the follow-up. Okay. Comments or suggestions? Okay. So, Aris?
Yes. Give me 1 second. I was switching from one thing to another. I was no implementation. Sorry, I lost my connection. I was trying to note that there's no implementation for enrollment priority. Yes. So let me take it from here. So yes, we have been working a bit on this draft. Can you go to the next slide, please? I don't have the control. Yeah, on this. Okay. So the last version published was just version 13, but it didn't have an update. It was just to keep it current. There were two open issues. So the first was regarding how we should manage the case when a candidate for an alternative parent does not match, and there was a discussion of what we should say. And the second part was the interaction with Mr. Hoff. So I'd say that we closed both issues with one big change, in the sense that in the newer version that exists, which we have not submitted because there's a submission cutoff, but it's in the GitHub repository, we have removed all the references to Mr. Hoff as a normative RFC. It remains as an informational one, where there are a few comments regarding to it as examples. But at this moment, the draft does not depend on it at all. So maybe we can go to the next slide, and I will explain in a bit more depth. So this was at the time
Aris, you should have the control of the slides now.
Yes, thanks. Great. So the recommendation at the time, the last one, was that we should make something that is more generic, that doesn't depend or it doesn't implement a specific objective function. Rather, it could be considered a policy that can be implemented by any objective function. So already the title has changed. It has remained in the agenda right now with the old title just to allow the transition, but now it's called a common ancestor policy. So there's no defined objective function anymore, and that helped because this makes the draft orthogonal to an objective function, and we also don't have to override existing functionality in Mr. Hoff. So the way it's defined, it's a bit simpler, because it's not necessary to say for each case that Mr. Hoff handles or OF0 handles how exactly the CA objective function needs to handle it as well. Yeah, so this is like the overall thing. We also removed the requirement for an OCP from IANA. So since we are not defining an objective function, there's no need for an objective code point. And how it works with objective functions has been clarified. Basically, whatever objective function is used, its role is to calculate the preferred parent and the metrics. And if after that, the common ancestor policy basically just filters which nodes can be considered an alternative parent. So if there's a candidate that does not comply with the policy used, it just won't be used as an alternative parent. And in terms of more advanced functions like hysteresis, which is implemented in Mr. Hoff, we just specify that it can be used in the same sense that it's used for the preferred parent in Mr. Hoff, but it's not an obligation. Finally, we do keep the definition of the TLV that carries the parent set in the NSA. And we also fixed some typos that I had missed in the previous version. So this is it, where I, let's say, finish. I take off my author hat, so we need to discuss what we'll do next. But if you have questions, I'm happy to answer. Or maybe we discuss at the end, I don't know. Okay. Can you hear me? So I'm not sure that.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So based on these changes, we need to update at some point the Shepherd write-up. But I would really like if some people from the working group took a look. If you use the diffing function, so once I submit it, you can use the diffing function to see what has changed. The system will open on the 1st of November. Alternatively, I'm very happy to produce a nice diff between the old version, which explicitly referenced the objective function, and the new version, which has no mention of it in a normative sense. And you can review it like that, whatever is easiest. So the change themselves, they should be maybe, I don't know, 10 paragraphs that were removed, and I don't know, 6 that replaced them, which are somewhat simpler to read. That's a big chunk of it. So is there some
question? I have a question. I mean, considering that we are 6 here, and Pascal and myself, we are the co-authors, I mean, I don't know how it works for helping you to move forward.
We will contact people individually in case that we need reviews, and as well we will put it as a routing directory review and security directory review if they have not done before. And then after that, we will contact 2 people to do review that are not, of course, the authors, and then we can proceed with the working group last call.
Okay.
So for me, at a minimum, I would love it if Pascal could take a look. Obviously, there's a bias there, but it was he who had proposed the idea to make it orthogonal and transform it into a policy instead of an objective function. So even if there's bias there, his review could be useful to improve things.
Yes, I mean, once you publish, I will look at the diffs and the general document as well.
Okay,
I'm very happy to, and thank you very much for this change. Yes, I do very much approve it.
Okay. Okay. So if there are no other changes, we can move to other comments. We can move to the next one. So DIS modifications. So the idea here was to merge 2 different drafts on more or less the same subject. There were presentations on this work given 5 years now ago. There was an agreement to do the merge on the document. So this was done by Georgios. Like for the NSA draft, it's not possible to submit it yet due to the cutoff, but it is available in the GitHub of the draft. And I'm not sure if Georgios, you want to present something additional. If someone has, yeah.
Hi. I mean, I don't have much to say here. I was asked to merge these 2 drafts. I did the job. It will be published 1st of November.
Mm-hmm.
The co-authors of the DIS modification, they agreed to be merged, and the job is there. I mean, my main question is whether it is, yes, what is the feeling, members of the working group, for this work? Whether there is an interest to continue working on it or not. This is my main concern.
I think since this modification is part of the work items, was approved by the working group to work, it will be nice to finalize it if it's possible, because it's already IETF work item. So it will be nice if we can close it and publish it, because it was approved already by the working group. And then Michael is asking in the chat if Aris and Georgios have implementation available.
We do have an implementation. This is what we discussed with Aris. I think we are going to make it public. So far, we have implementation because we published a paper on this subject. It's on Contiki operating system, the implementation, but we can make it online. Yes. And I have presented this in the role virtual meeting you see on April 2020. The results that shows the gain in terms of the less controlled traffic I mean, less DIO packet responses on DIS requests. So the gain is there.
Great. It would be nice if you can put that as an appendix, the implementation information and all the results. It would be great.
Okay.
And a link to the paper if it's.
The link to the paper, we already did it. It is
Okay.
you can find it already in the draft.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Aris, you have implementation as well, Michael asked.
Yes. Sorry, good catch. I didn't answer that. For the NSA, there's actually, I have an older implementation that was on the old version of Contiki, but there's a colleague, some of you know him, Tomas Lagos, who has re-implemented for at least a part of that for the new version of Contiki. So I'll talk to him, see what we can do. Yeah. But I haven't checked it to which extent it's complete, so that needs a double check.
Okay, great. Thank you. Pascal, you were about to say something, I think.
I was, but now I forgot. Yes, it was about the usage of this, right? Is it useful? And I would say, yes, it is, because it is really improving the existing REPL, as opposed to something like MapExt, for instance, which is, in case we continue working, and I'm not sure we will continue working, so I have some little doubts about publishing MapExt, but publishing this, I really recommend we move forward and we complete it, because it's useful in the current context of REPL, not in the future. I mean.
Thank you very much, Pascal. And your opinion about capabilities?
I'm not sure either. I mean, it was really too open for REPL v2, and we are not doing REPL v2. There is no more people in this group for now. So I'd say if we reopen role in the future for completing new requirements or something and real big extensions of REPL, then MOPEX and capabilities will be needed. But if it's just at this point, we won't use them. There is no work coming. So I'm not sure we need to finish that. I mean, you're the chairs. But I mean, there is no energy to support them really right now in the group.
Okay, thank you very much, Pascal. Maybe at some point we will write an email about that and ask as well for the feedback on that. But yeah, thank you very much. Okay. More comments or questions on these modifications? So we think, George, you can proceed with the submission.
Okay, I will proceed and I will include the link for the implementation. Thank you very much.
That would be great. Thank you very much. Aris, you have the control of the slides.
Yes, so yeah, this very interesting slide, the last one. So thank you very much up until now. Are there any additional comments or questions, something that you want to discuss? No? Well, in that case, thank you so very much for being present today. I think we managed to handle a bunch of questions, a bunch of open issues, and we'll continue on the mailing list.
Okay, thank you very much, Aris.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a nice
Bye-bye.
day. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Oh, by the way, I won't be at the IETF this time. Don't look for me. I will undergo some surgery here in France, just at the time of the IETF. So
Good luck, Pascal.
I think of you.
Okay,
Bye.
good luck and get well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.